Today we're going to be working just solely on the product rule and just getting comfortable deriving, just getting familiar with the product rule itself. So first thing we're going to do, when we recognize the product rule, we're looking for the multiplication between two functions. So the first function we're going to label is this negative x cubed function. And we can go ahead and derive that. So we get negative 3x squared. Then the second set of parentheses will be your g of x. And we can go ahead and derive. Now, when it comes to the product rule itself, we have to remember that the product rule between f of x and g of x is equal to f prime of x times g of x plus f of x times g prime of x. So in short, the functions are each taking the time to derive and leaving the other one behind. So for us in the first part, we're looking for f prime of x, which we said was negative 3x squared times your g of x plus f of x times your g prime of x. From here, all you have to do is start to clean up what you are given. So you have negative 3x squared, 3x to the fourth minus 2. And then we have minus 12x to the sixth. Now let's go ahead and see if we can start to simplify. So we can take out a negative 3 and an x squared. And leaving behind, we'll leave behind this whole thing right here. Plus, that switches to a plus sign. And then we left behind a 4x to the fourth. Now let's go ahead and clean up once more. We have 7x to the fourth minus 2. Let's try it again with the one directly below it. So f of x is equal to negative 2x to the fourth minus 3. Let's go ahead and derive that one. Negative 8x to the third. G of x is the second set of parentheses. G prime of x, negative 4x. Let's put it together. Negative 2x to the fourth minus 3 times g plus f. Oops, so sorry, I looked at the wrong one. Negative 8x cubed, that is our first one. And then now we get to look at your f of x one more time. Now times your g prime. Let's fix it up. And then let's go ahead and start to simplify. So we can take out a negative 4 and an x, leaving behind a 2x squared, the negative 2x squared plus 1, and then plus this whole thing right here. So I'll just say minus 2x squared, or 2x to the fourth minus 3. Let me just go ahead and double check. Yep, that looks good. All right, now let's go ahead and start to simplify just a little bit more. And one more time, I might go ahead and choose to take out that negative to make this a positive x to the 4, or sorry, 4x. Oh, that's a minus. We could see if the inside is factorable. So if we look at, let's see, 6 times 3, so we're looking at negative 18. Nope, we're looking at positive 18. And the difference between them should be a negative 2. So let's see, we have 2 times 9 and 3 times 6. So no, this one is not factorable. So we'll just leave it as such. Let's do it one more time. So we have f of x, 5x to the 5th plus 5, for 25x. G of x is that second parentheses. G prime of x is equal to negative 10x to the 4th. Let's put it all together. Let's take f prime of x times g of x plus f of x times g prime of x. And now let's go ahead and simplify. So we'll take out a 5 and x cubed, or no, just an x, so sorry. Oh, wait, hold on. X to the 4th. There we go. Yeah. So we'll take out all of the x to the 4th here and just part of the 5. So let's see, 5 and 5, 2 and 5. So now we have 5, negative 2x to the 5th minus 3 plus 5x to the 5th plus 1 times a negative 2. Let's go ahead and start to simplify just a little bit more. Let's see, negative 10x to the 5th minus 15 minus 10x to the 5th minus 2. Yep, so far so good. We can say negative 20x to the 5th minus 17. And the last bit, let's go ahead and take out that negative. For 20x to the 5th plus 17. Now let's see a more unique situation. Let's see number 6. So when we go to derive our first set, we have f prime of x is equal to negative, not negative 3. Oh, well, yeah, negative 3x to the negative 4. Because you bring down that negative 3 and then you subtract 1 to make a negative 4. Oops. G of x is equal to negative 4x cubed plus 3. So when we go to derive, we'll have a negative 12x squared. So now let's put it all together. Negative 3x to the negative 4 times negative 4x cubed plus 3 plus our f of x times your g prime of x. Okay. So now let's go ahead and bring some of our pieces together. Now notice that down here, or sorry, this x to the negative 4th, it could be rewritten so that we have negative 3. Now this negative 3 still has an exponent of 1, so we'll keep that there. Negative 4x cubed plus 3. And we're going to write your x to the negative 4 down below. And then over here, we can say minus 12x squared. And then negative 3 plus 1 over x cubed. So this is how we could, in total, simplify. And eventually what we could do is get common denominators, but this is probably where I would have you leave it, with the negative exponent here being as is. Keep in mind, if you have a negative exponent, all you have to do is drop it into the denominator and then turn its exponent to be positive. And we only do that with the variable or the term that has the negative exponent. So you'll notice that all others, they have positive exponents. Even the 3 here has the positive exponent. Now I'm going to show you some more. Try some of these. Let's see, I think I might do one more on this page. Let's do 10. Now, when I go to derive this, I might first write it in a different format. When you have a radical, we want to change it into a fractional exponent just to show your exponent more clearly. So in doing so, we're going to divide your power by 5, whatever is on the outside. So when we go ahead and derive, we can now see -7. And then when we do your power rule, we're still going to bring it down as such, but then we're going to subtract 1, but written as 5 minus 5. Let's go ahead and do the same here. So let's bring it together. And I might write this as 14/5 x to the -3/5. And then keep in mind too, we could always, because it's not going to simplify nicely, because it's a negative exponent, we can drop the x down below our division sign and turn it positive as well. Let's take your f of x. And then let's go ahead and grab your g prime. Now, as far as simplifying goes, there's no easy way to simplify this, so we can actually just leave it alone without making it so chaotic. But this is what you would end up with. Kind of a good rule of thumb, though, if it starts with a radical, we typically want to end in any sort of radical. So I might write this one more time. We have the 5th root of x cubed. And there you have it. I'll show some of your other equations. So notice how sometimes they kept going and did more of the expansion version of like the multiplied side. So they kept really simplifying and then expanded from some of them. But I'll just show you sort of the setup and what they have in the general form.